Testing 1 2, testing 1 2. Okay, so I wanted to start off by saying I am Walter McCreary, the owner of CCS-Security Pros, and my specialty is business management, business consulting, and business services. I actually created and also put on the cloud with all encryptions, allowing me to be compliant both state and federal. So just to go over a little bit about myself momentarily and some of the topics that I want to excuse me, talk about. And on this webinar here, of course, it will be recorded and posted on YouTube. So what I'm trying to assist those of you who have never worked from home before is to bring your work home. Excuse me for a second. Let me mute my thing here. So I understand that many of you have never worked from home before. I just know this because I am a self-made 31-year entrepreneur and innovator, business consultant, inventor, and ex-insurance agent from 2008 to 2014. Pretty much I'm 53 years young, and I've never seen most people wanting to even work from home. However, because of the COVID-19 situation, it is forcing that upon us today, or ever since it has broke out. I would caution each and every one of us who has a talent or skill, and that leaves no one out. Every one of us have a talent and or skill. We just have to figure out how to market it to the general public. However, there's new guidelines that have been put in place by the EU market as well as the GDPR. This is worldwide, that you must be both compliant state and federal in order to receive the consumer's information and protect it as well, along with their privacy. You have to know what to do with it, how to protect it. So what CCS-Security Pros does, or will do, is we, or at least I and the company, CCS-Security Pros, have access to many business resources. For the most part, it would be free for you to learn and to be disciplined enough to get the work done and basically turn your talent or skills into something that's marketable. Realistically, coming from my background, my expertise, I actually dove into developing ever since January 5th of this year. I tried to go at it with one other corporation that I have. I have about 7. And so I didn't want to try and do things a third time around, or at least too many times other than 3, because I had to create one and chose to go into developing CCS Security Pros instead. It meaning it to get to the cloud first and then protect it as well. So I basically had to do CCS Security Pros 2 times, meaning this is the third time that I've been so close. However, CCS Security Pros, I know I may be losing you, but it basically I just was so far along with it that uh, another opportunity came about in which my entire desktop was uh, refreshed. I'll put it like that. Nothing was lost. So I have a clean slate, and of course I will be separating on another note a different platform in which the business services will be offered. I still will have the Microsoft products, so I'll just be separating the two. This one here, you're looking at what I have designed. This is the SharePoint for on the Microsoft side. So let's just move along to, if you were to Google, say go to Google My Business, if you were to go to Google My Business, you would see that you would have CCS Security Pros. And we do offer or I offer, when I say we, I'm speaking third term in reference to the company. So Pro Associates are or is um, something that's within CCS Security Pros. We offer a 12-week course and a advanced 24-week course. And it's all free. It's just that you would have to learn it at your own pace. Excuse me. um, and of course, this is my YouTube page via Google. Excuse me. Via Google. So, and so what I wanted to do is get to here. So, how can you be able to do it and not spend, say, months, years doing so? You can come through as crystal clear as you can see me working from my home. Yes, I state in efficiency. It's not about where you are. It's about who you know and what to do with your various talents that you have. I have been trying and failing for quite a long time, but I could honestly say that I've never, not one day given up, although times can get pretty tough. And that's where we're at today. My job is to deliver an exceptional customer service quality that you can, once you have built your platform, and there's not everyone will go in the same direction in order to pursue our pursuit of happiness. But once you are there, then I am able to offer you I'm able to offer you the business services in which you would need. What I do also with CCS Security Pros is we offer uh, the various pre-programmed cell phones in which even if you don't, even if your say internet fails, you can still maintain a 99% um, retention or keep your monitors and your phone lines working. So back to the welcome page here. I'll be going till about 6:30 today. This is an update in which you can learn to bring your work home, or if you don't have any work or know what to do with your talent or skills, you can certainly learn how to do so in 30 days or less. And I also wanted to hint on what CCAS is. CCAS basically is call center as a service. And of course, as we know before, this world COVID-19 situation that has affected each and every one of us, we're being forced to bring our work home. But before the world situation here, customer service, you can find that just about everywhere. And I always, nothing against the fast food restaurants, but always like to say that you can find customer service everywhere. Uh, that includes fast food restaurants. Nothing against them. It's just customer service is one thing, but the deliverance of customer service quality is another. And so customer service quality, you can reference that to the deliverance of the customer or the business services that you want to deliver. So it's the consumer or the customer's experience. How was that customer's experience when they say accidentally found your business or your service or your product, and everything you want it to be? Uh, if it's a 5-star, you would want it to be exceptional. In most cases, a 5-star. If you want to raise the bar, you can make it whatever star you want. Meaning, I aim to deliver my exceptional customer service quality with the 12-star, because I have so many other additional points that I'd like to cover. Like, if someone stopped by my business, I would want to ensure a follow-up from a purchase or visit. Now, that's a physical store, and even the physical stores must transition everything to the cloud. That means the protection of the consumer's information, the privacy of the consumer's information, and the security of the consumer information, the retention, etc. So, some of the topics of discussion, and of course, the small print, you can read yourself here. But some of the topics of discussion I'd like to talk about is there's plenty to eat. And what do I mean by that phrase? The resources, the amount of resources is what I mean by that. The amount of resources that's in the world. And despite the COVID-19 world situation, I believe that based on the individual talents and or skills that each and every one of us have been given just from birth. Some of us have more talents than others. However, they're not always used by the individual, all of the talents that they are blessed with. And of course, you can learn, say, trades or skills along your way in life, unless you chose not to do so. we have the colleges are being forced to stay at home and possibly to do their work from home. Well, I know the college students, they want interaction, but the times have come upon us, and we must change. We must adjust, and you still can at least have that visual when it comes to um, the virtual, all things internet, the direction is that we're going. I mean, you can't have all things internet. Well, you possibly could, but you have to remember that this is something that was created, and then not necessarily the COVID-19 situation, but the virtual technology. And if you look at it in some aspects, you would want to, I mean, some want it one way and some want it another way. And that looks like or sounds like two sides of the coin. But anyhow, what I'm where I'm going at is that there's plenty to eat, meaning uh, the COVID-19 situation has forced us to look at the possibilities of not always having our cake and eat it too. What do I mean by that? I mean nothing bad. It's just that some things have changed, or many things have changed, in which we've got to adjust, and whether that be short term or long term, we must adjust in order to continue to feed ourselves and have shelter and things like that. I mean, many of us have never come this close to being homeless. However, personally, I have been there. Out of the 31 years, I've been there three separate times out of the 31 years. And I've got many skills. I mean, I've pretty much always worked two jobs or more. And right now, I don't know, for the past, I got seven businesses that has been dormant for the most part. And I've never stopped trying, but things began to accelerate when I found Microsoft and what they do. And then I found Amazon, and I've always known about Google. I use those three, and I will eventually get around to completing my excuse me G Suite with Google. I've been personally designing or learning how to design websites since 1997. I've been over at GoDaddy since then. Was it 97, 87? Yeah, I've been here in 89, so since the mid to late 90s, about 97, 89. I don't know. It's 87. I'm sorry. I'm saying 97, so it's 87. Yeah. Anyways, I've got to look at my numbers. um, but so there's plenty to eat, and I'd like to also then go back and compare that to bartering this world COVID situation. It a lot of us never thought about it, but you have to look at it like and think of it like most inner city people, those who live in the city, if you've never grew up in the country, don't know how to live without the grocery stores. They're not used to growing their own food. When the plenty of seeds, is you can grow plenty in your own home, enough for individuals. And if you've got a bigger family, that means that more than likely you're in a house. And that's something I pretty much always have wanted is a house. and I will certainly not waste my land. And whether it be a raised garden or closed-end garden or um, something like what Oprah Winfrey has. It's very, very nice there. So you can do that inside. We all have no excuse for having the ability to do so. Like in Minneapolis, I think you can have up to 4 chickens. um, so um, what you see here is the what's on the cloud, and this is an enterprise version of Office 365 E5. You don't have to go that far. You can, say, do something as simple as writing a book. That's something that in the beginning costs you nothing. You can simply tap into that creative side of the mind and create anything. That's the beauty of using and utilizing and enabling your brain to get an exercise, get exercise, shall I say. Um, and if you don't believe me, take a person who doesn't read as much, and a person who is an avid reader. Ask them both to read something for about an hour. The person who, isn't accustomed to reading as much, excuse me, they will begin to go to sleep or get tired, but eventually they're going to go to sleep because it's something that is not accustomed. That person is not accustomed to doing, and that's what reading does: is exercises the brain waves, if you want to call it that. So here we are with the COVID-19 situation, and to me, it brings us back to bartering, meaning based on what your talents or skills are or what you have in your physical possession. Now, some people do things. I'm sorry, I don't want to go on that subject, but what I want to do is, I mean, if you ask the question, well, what do you do? What do you do well? What are your talents? And then in a lot of cases I've heard, not all cases, but in a lot of cases I've heard, well, I do everything, a little bit of everything. And that's really not the question. I'm asking you to give me some specifics, some, some more detail. Narrow it down for me, because I know we have many who are jacks of all trades, many trades. You can't do everything, nor can the billionaires save the world. But what my goal, my focus, my aim is to do is to help do my part by helping you to accelerate the amount of time or lessen the amount of time that it would take for you to bring your work home. It's the unknown. That's all it is. It's the unknown that has you scared, afraid, intimidated, butterflies in your stomach. But I assure you that don't say take advantage of these opportunities, not necessarily mine, but I'm offering is for the most part free and free business services that is free to you. Uh, that is on, say, you have to start, usually you get about 30 days free. And you can create, you can go many directions, but first you need to narrow down what you want to do. There's many directions you can go. But in order to continue to feed yourself, to eat, there, financially, um, this is not just for men. This is for women. All of us have to eat. So while we have the time on our hands, take it upon yourself to learn a new skill or trade. Many of the, say, going back to the college students, they want the interaction for the most part, but they have to change too. And uh, in a sense, they have more of an advantage. The amount, I don't know if it's going to go down or not because it's virtual training from the schools. But and nor will I take away from the professors and the teachers. For if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't suppose I would not have put the many pieces of the life puzzle together in order to mold myself personally in life. You have to know what you want and what you don't want. But eventually, when it comes to business, you will have to learn to be frugal with your money. And when it's time, you invest in yourself. That means you will eventually have to pay the costs to be the boss. Now, the deliverance of exceptional customer service quality is an entirely different thing. That's going over and beyond in order to retain that consumer. I do hope. Let's see. I'm hoping that I'm not on mute. Okay, not on mute there, but I do hope that. Let's see here. I think I am on audio. Audio. Sometimes you can forget. Oh, that's there. Let's go to. Okay, testing 1, 2, and 30. So, all right. What I'd like to do is take about 60 seconds or less here. I can just double check my audio on you guys here. Oh yes, testing 1. All right, one moment, please. Testing 1, 2. Test, test, test. Okay, so get to the second topic. That's stay frugal in times of change. Well, it doesn't mean not to stop your spending. This means because you may run across an opportunity, business opportunity, investment opportunity, whatever it may be. It may cost, say, $40 or $50 for something, but just be slow to spend in times of change. Sometimes change says spend. Just have to know when. Um, we are all individuals, and definitely doesn't work like synergy. So you have to remember to think ahead and to remember to always love those who are close to you, and sometimes external. Someone presents information such as what I'm doing right now. Now, I do have my products and services that I offer as well, and that's business services. So when it comes to your telecom, business phones, and the protection of your emails, the encryption of your emails, that's external and internal. How you're able to see or this broadcast is being projected is because there is encryption everywhere. And that's what all things internet means. That's how you're able to see this video, this broadcast of this webinar. And I am at 99%. Uh, and that even that has to be maintained. I have monitors from this efficiency of public housing. That's where I live. And if you dive a little deeper, I once upon a time became homeless for about 5 months. I am a 12-year veteran, and I went and applied for public housing. And I got in about 5 to 6 months. I lost all of my income just to close in my bank. How did I get there? Well, I used to have a Class B CDL endorsement license. And I also used to have an insurance license from 2008 to 2014. As you recall, I said I was a 31 plus year entrepreneur, innovator, business consultant, inventor, and ex-insurance agent from 2008 to 2014. Life, accident, and health. AFLAC. I won their Fireball Award the very first 30 days that I was able to actually and officially and professionally sell insurance. Love AFLAC. First time I ever touched learning how to learn to be a loan officer. I was able to close on 2 loans in the first 30 days. And there's another additive, but I won't add that right now. But just say that $90,000 was supposed to come my way after I founded, but I'll leave that alone. That's in the past. So I'm saying that it's one thing to bring work home and to do your face-to-face to bring your face-to-face communication. Now, I think all of us we know now, or by now, that not all face-to-face is created equal. Virtual chatting and communication such as this no matter what, no matter where you are in life, don't give up. Continue to look for better ways and opportunities. Take full opportunity to do so. Let me just do this by mentioning that this is a webinar and it is being recorded. So if you did not hear that at the beginning, I believe I do have it set up because I tested it and you would have heard that. But I do want to mention again that, and that's for full transparency. that this webinar is being recorded. I can seat up to 1,000 people with this platform here. It's called online meeting. I offer that as well as a service. Full encryption, secure sync of all your meetings, of your Office 365. I actually built mine. That's Office 365 E5. I know about E3. I know about E1. I believe there's one. There's many versions of Office 365. I also chose to tackle my own SharePoint. I will be building a second Office 365 on a separate platform, other than because Microsoft, this desktop will be strictly Microsoft's desktop, and I will be going for a second computer. And since I have a U-shaped desk here, I want to actually put not take up too much, and it'd be kind of crazy to have two desktops so close, but I'll have one for a laptop. That way I can twist here and take care of business. CCS-Security Pros will all be offering what's it called? Excuse me. That's my train of thought, but that's not where I wanted to be at here. Let's see. Almost had it. Let's move on. It'll come to me. See. So the third topic. If you're uncertain about your work from home, you can certainly be encouraged on how to do so with free training. And of course, the platform would be entirely yours. It's I don't get a little piece of this and a little piece of that. And of course, it will be offered through Learning Microsoft, and you can have it to be structured or not structured. You don't have to go and I'm not forcing you to say learn underneath CCS-Security Pros. It is free, of course, though. And their structure here as well, learning from a self-made 31-year entrepreneur. Okay, so you probably see here, let's move it up a little bit, and you can see my pictures. People love pictures, right? So let's see. Okay, yeah, I can see myself there. This is exactly what CCS-Security Pros is looking to do, in addition to a lot of other things. We are focused and know exactly what we want to do, what the business management services are, the business consultant services are, and the business services are. Eventually, you will need a business landline. A landline gives you more credibility than a cell phone or a mobile phone. It just, your credit builds a lot faster on as other businesses know that you actually have a business landline. Yes, you can have a business cell phone. It's not the same. And as I mentioned, the credibility is stronger on the landline side. Or I believe a connected SIP to a VoIP account. But that's what I offer, meaning is in the pre-programmed phone. It's pre-programmed according to whatever that business environment is. So again, any physical or business that has a physical structure, it too must go to all things internet. That means someone, an IT person, someone will have to build their environment, that online virtual environment, and get it to the cloud. Now you can have it on premise, and eventually that on premise must go to the cloud. It's just more simplified, and that's where we're at today. That's where we're at. All things internet, and everything must be secure. As you can see here, our slogan for CCS Security Pros. And of course, you're seeing this from our virtual global hub. It's protecting the integrity of entrepreneurs. Of course, I was unable to type more. I can, but I didn't want to jumble things up. And the continuation of protecting the integrity of entrepreneurs is and small business owners. So getting back to what a little bit more of some details that what CCS Security Pros offers is, or eventually we'll get around to offering. This is for the home. However, your computer's in your home, there needs to be security for your home, but we don't offer that quite yet. The security side, I want to complete the. I want to grow my team. I'll put it like that because I can only do so much. I've taken the time to build the cloud-based infrastructure, and now I have solid products and/or services to offer you in order to secure. I do have some PDFs, but then here. So let's go. Okay, so anyhow, I have some attachments there for you. Excuse me. I have some attachments. One second here. Okay, I don't want to mute you guys. I just want you to be able to talk. This is mute everyone. I'm not trying to mute you. Okay, so like have about 45 minutes to go. What I'll do is, since there's no attendees and you're pretty much getting what I'm saying, I don't want to make it too drawn out. All right, so I'll shut it down in about 15 minutes. I do also want to, excuse me, hit my mute next time. So I do. All right, I get my finger on the trigger. So what I want to do is I want to keep it here as much as possible so you can see how crystal clear the quality, the ability for you to hear me, sound quality. I do have the other echoing. If you do hear that portion coming from my phone, I just want to be able to make sure people are able to see me. So you may ask yourself, well, what does a video have to do with trying to work from home? Well, that's where we're going. And I have a platform in which 24 people and all have audio video. Zoom doesn't have that. Not knocking my competitor, but we all know that there have been some. Excuse me for a second. I'll just put it like this: there has been some weaknesses there, some privacy issues and things like that. So, meaning as in protection, you protect the consumer's information, protect your privacy. It's key. This is why I have attached, if you ever get inside or inside the, um, you have to register here first. It's just something that I require. You may see a long list, but it's not mandatory for you to give your address. All I ask is for your name and email address and phone number. That's it. I also want to know what state, or not state, but what country. That's about it. Whether you're looking inside from the outside, and whether you're inside looking on the outside. Um, I can offer business, my services, business services from the state of Minnesota, Minneapolis, Minnesota, to anyone across the U.S. of A. I do have resellers as well. I have documents in place. I do have my terms of service. And again, the Secure Sync. You can look it up, Secure Sync. But if you want to find an advisor uh, or private um, authorized individual, then this service is available for you. And I can offer to small to medium-sized businesses. I got everything synced to where you'll receive your welcome email or whatever type services you want. You don't have to have them all. Let me just try and put this down real quick, and I want to go ahead and I'm not sharing my screen. I just want to quickly look up something real quick that I wanted to share with you. One moment. Some packages I want. One moment, please. Okay, so I wanted to share a moment here. Right, so I'll have to do it like this and like that. Now, this is what I want to share with you is okay, so you have three separate packages. You have the Elite, the Pro, and the Express to enable your superior customer experiences. All right, so just to tell you or show you a little bit about some of the packages we offer. We offer better customer engagements built for small and or small businesses, shall I say, or for small teams. And let's see, this is the Express here. All right. You can also improve customer satisfaction, more queries, technology that lets your customer know how long they have to wait for an agent. Personally, I am just one person, but I built it to eventually have teams. So on one side, I recruit another, and that's for free to offer free business services. The other side, I have the business services that you will need. Now, again, I built the cloud-based business enterprise. That's a enterprise version of Office 365 E5. I completed that compliancy to the tune of 99%. It took me a little shy of 2 months. It would have taken me, technically, if you take away the 3 to 4 weeks of the hiccups that I had, then I completed it in 30 days. That's only because I had been putting in diligently 15 to 20 hours per day. Well, how do you do that? Well, all my life, I'm 53, but all my life I've only slept 4 to 5 hours a day. I have to be bone tired otherwise in order for me to sleep 8 hours. So I'm 90% business and I'm 10% play, pretty much for the most part. That's how my life's been. So since that's kind of crazy odd, and again, I've only been doing the 15 and 20 hours since January 5th, but otherwise 4 to 5 hours sleep. That's just the way my body has functioned, and I've learned to deal with it. If it's never been any issues here. Getting back to the products, business services that I offer. Again, once you have completed, say, gotten to the point, because you can be just a book writer, not just a book writer, but you could be a book writer or whatever you got going on. You wouldn't necessarily need all of the services, but in order to receive, you can do some stuff strictly without the phone. You don't always need the phone. So, and the to improve the consumers the customer satisfaction, there is that ability as well. You can increase the employee productivity, and that means that there are business services that we can offer you and your employees, and that to work as smooth as this virtual connection. You can work from any connection and have a 99.99% resiliency to stay up. Reliability, easy to use, and it's quick deployment. Now, I put together, pretty much my deployment. I did it myself, so I would say it'll take you um, It took me about 5 to 7 days because there was a few pieces missing here and there, whatever. But I mean, I eventually got her done. But again, I'm working on the Office 365 Enterprise uh, version of things, my version, my creativity, my what I want to do with my business concept and model. You have your own business concept and model. We can help you get there. Meaning, CCS Security Pros can help you to define if you don't already know exactly how to do it and what to do. I want to help you to cut through the mustard, unless you like mustard and you want to cut through the ketchup and whatever it is that you like. Just simply choose the whatever your career path. Choose something that you love to do, and that will take a little digging, dig deep, and meaning as in what you do well. Think of your strengths and think of your weaknesses. You always want to know what your weaknesses are. And of course, I do give a 1 hour free consultation. Let me go ahead and just spit out my number and my email address real quick. It's already there. All you need to do is register. My phone number is there as well, but I'll just call off the phone number. That number is actually, I don't know that by memory. I do have, again, 800 numbers, and I have about 5 of them because I also set up my bridge. I can set up the SIPs for you. Uh, excuse me. And okay, so my number is 612-416-8022. This is absolutely brand new. I have, I had to set up my own voicemail as well. I set up the conferencing. I have an auto attendant to assist and to route the calls to me. If if I can do it, you can do it. It's just a matter of discipline and time, finding the time how to do so. Again, that number is 612-416-8012. It is my exchange email does prevent the rules prevent any spam from getting through. It's absolutely quiet. I love it. You don't have to worry about that. So right now we're right at 6 o'clock. We I think I will actually hold out until about 6:05. If there is any questions or things that you want to figure out. So this is how it usually is when you're basically doing everything as an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur wears many hats. This is why most of them fail within the first 3 years. However, to me, I have accomplished more on paper than I have on the innovative side. I have certainly tried. Okay, so we have about 3, 4 minutes here. We'll shut it down. I think that'll put us at about maybe 45 minutes or so. All right, so let me take you back here. And okay, so I did cover, strengths and weaknesses, navigating any business path. I did hint on choose your your paths uh, wisely. I did not mention what the 5 Ps are. Why the 5 Ps apply to everything in life. Before I go over the 5 Ps, I just want to see or mention that if you ever come across an opportunity such as this, you might want to dig a little deeper and figure out whether it is a good fit for you. Not every opportunity that comes along is a good fit. It's almost like a indirect partnership, so to speak. So, how does the five P's and what are the five P's? The five P's is goes a little bit like this, and just about every salesperson should know what the five P's are. However, it does not just apply to salespeople. Okay, and no, I don't always try and tell you everything. Uh, when appropriate, that's when I, in most cases, am reaching out and extending my hands, uh, or for say services or telling you about something. It's absolutely from the heart and to be given to you freely, and not, of course, always for a charge. The five P's, and I'll end it with that. The five P's are, and it again applies to everything in life, and they are proper preparation prevents poor performance, no matter where you are. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. That applies to sleep, getting enough in when you need it, listening to your body. You know, it tells you things. It lets you know when everything isn't feeling okay, things like that. Um, so remember to get enough sleep. Remember to try and eat as healthy and proper. Well, I don't know if there's a proper way of eating, but try and eat as healthy as possible. Try and get some sleep in, and remember to love your neighbors and to say share this opportunity with others, if you will. Uh, it's not about always say building something on Office 365. You don't have to go that route. There's so many other routes. Just choose your path and choose it carefully. All, no matter what your career paths, every one of them, as long as I've known at the age of 53, that each career has its gray area. It's something that's gonna let others know that, oh yeah, you were this or you were that, or like basketball players, they usually come out with bad knees. And mechanics, they usually have a lot of grease underneath their hands and rough, callous hands. I mean, all professions have the grays, and I'm not saying it's a weakness. It's just a gray area. I like to call it a gray area, unknown but known. So with that said, thank you for your time. I am the owner, Walter McCurry of CCS Security Pros. And my number's there. Just go ahead and register. We will be, or shall I say, I will be hosting this twice a day from, well, once a day. If I'll adjust the time, it'll be from 5:30 to 7, but according to my schedule, that once the schedule itself, it's from 5 to 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Minneapolis, Minnesota. I like to call it Minnesota. All right, that's all for me, and I will end it at 6:07 p.m. Right now it's 6:06, and so the three separate packages we have is Elite, Pro, and Express. It's easy to use and quick for deployment. Contact center agents. small to medium-sized businesses. All right, so for call center callers, um, I'm one individual, so don't be fooled. This one here is for if you have a larger team, so you can have automatic connections to your callers, and you can have call routings and things like that. That's what I have because I have a different type of business model. Okay, and you also have what's called real-time dashboard. Right? I rushed it a little bit there, but if you can see here below, uh, my business name, CCS-Security Pros. This is the DBA that I'm working underneath, so I will be separating the CCSS, okay, from the CCS-Security Pros. Um, and my phone number, this is my actual landline, but I will put in my new number, which was newly acquired. You still can reach me here if you'd like. And this is an old email address. I did not realize that. Let me go ahead and put that as that's .us, okay? And drop the 17 and put the INC. So again, that's CCSS Pros INC at CCSSSecurityPros.us, right? And this number here, it is still good. However, I want you to have the one for my cell phone that will be here on Tuesday. And that number is 612-416-8022. All right, good to go. Thanks again for your time. All right, go ahead and hit that. And all right, so let's end this meeting here. We'll wrap it up. All right, so see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m. Central Standard Time. Thanks again, and have a great day.